for some essay grading. Excellent comparison to the themes studied during the Greek drama unit. Insightful recognition of the irony and symbolism of that passage. What a thesis, how concise and controversial. Oh, splendid funnel structure of the essay, wow. 12-point font in both letters and punctuation. No altered margin and attempts to manipulate length. No slightly larger space substitute for Times New Roman. This essay answers all 27 of my proposed technically optional but obviously mandatory questions listed on the prompt. The analysis is penetrating and insightful. The prose is elegant and sophisticated. What? This is a work to rival that of Chaucer. This might just be worthy of a 90. That should be a semicolon, not a comma. See work at best. You know, Miss Bruggers, I've learned so much about teaching from you, but I have to ask, where did you learn so much about teaching? Well, Miss Bruggers, as your mentor, I feel that you've learned all that you can. It's time for some on-the-job training. So why don't you guide us through our Greek philosophy seminar, and I'll help you through it. Remember that, Pioneer, students have enough integrity to always come to class prepared, homework ready, and minds brimming with excitement to jump right into an engaged, intellectually stimulating discussion. If your opening questions don't receive enthusiastic replies, it's no fault of theirs, but likely is the cause of your own ambiguity or lack of clarity in your prompt. If they seem unresponsive, rephrase the question multiple times before finally answering the question yourself. Give it a whirl.
All right, class. Let's see, who can tell me who was the author of this passage? Who wrote this passage? How about that? No? Okay, I understand, it wasn't clear enough. Who initially rendered the sequence of words in this text? Nobody? Okay, I'll give you a clue. 2 syllables. 2 syllables. Who was the author? All right, it was Plato, you guys.
Wait. Didn't Plato write this?
Very good, James. What an insightful contribution to this discussion.
You're doing great, Miss Bruggers. Now remember, even if you've already thoroughly explained the idea to the students, still commend them ardently for coming to that conclusion themselves. Education is all about inspiring independent thought. Now direct them to break into small groups and present them with a discussion topic. Now they may proceed to ignore said topic and instead converse about their college plans, summer holiday, recent breakup, or what they're having for lunch. Now, but that's all right because students are often initially shy. So, in order to maintain an educational environment, be sure to pepper their conversations with exclamations relating to the Humanities curriculum as you pass by their general vicinity. Oh my god, I'm so Lucy, yeah, she vomited all over Jessica's B-grade poly satin Jessica McClintock dress. Oh girl, she looked like a hot mess. Alright, let me tell you, and Socrates told me, okay, that Aristotle was, hey, civic duty.
Yeah, humanism, man.
I love that.
Rococo.
Alright, class, it's time for me to check your notes.
Now remember, Miss Bruggers, to read a student's notes is a nosy invasion of privacy, so just glance.
Alright, let's see James's notes. Good job. Class, let's regroup and discuss our conclusions. Darla, what did you think?
Well, I was actually noticing some really compelling parallels betwixt the reading in hand and the sentiments of the 8th volume of Nietzsche's Transcendental Discourse on the obligatory, gregarious nature of the societal condition. Both equivocate puissantly the coruscating paradigm of utopia, essentially unattainable due to the protean nature of the human consciousness, not so unlike the duality illustrated by the dichotomy of circumstances influenced by the propinquity.
Excellent response, Darla. What a concise and insightful conclusion. How about you, Trent?
Yeah, like Plato. He was dude with a lot of ideas. No?
Yes, precisely. He was a highly influential thinker who founded his own academy, presented radical ideas concerning metaphysics, and would go on to influence Aristotle. Yes! Perfect! Good, Trent.
That was really impressive, Jim. Now, you displayed remarkably how to address a variety of student responses. Now, in humanities classes, along with many other rigorous ones in high school, you will encounter some students who possess a great knowledge of things which will be proven by the vocabulary with which they express their ideas. But unfortunately, their lack of experience with utilization of this vocabulary will often result in convoluted sentence structure that flows with the ease of slightly fermented molasses. It is ever so important that you treat these students kindly and praise their attempts, and encourage their struggle. For otherwise, they may attempt to present their ideas straightforwardly, which would never gain any recognition in the real world. We all know that. But as for those students who, understanding the material with such intimacy, give simple responses in order to keep his or her peers from developing inferiority complexes, it's your responsibility to expand these responses. Now, this way, the ideas of the student are expressed and the self-esteem of his or her peers is saved.
I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day.
Okay, let me guess what you're thinking right now. Blah, blah, blah. This stuff isn't important. We should be working on learning other more important things like learning to grow our own food, or learning to read, or maybe learning to understand a little English. And I understand that you guys much prefer late Renaissance to early Renaissance. But trust me, when you go to the Louvre, you're really gonna get a kick out of this stuff, guys. Sometimes you just gotta learn about stuff that you don't care about, okay? But all art is important because it helps you understand other cultures, become more involved with feelings and conflicts other than your own, and become a more informed world citizen. Am I getting through here? I feel like you guys are being really disengaged right now. Listen, I'm gonna be frank with you guys. Your last test scores were, to put it bluntly, disrespectfully abominable. Anyone care to propound some revoltingly pathetic excuse as to why you can't demonstrate elementary knowledge concerning the basic composition of Romanesque mosaics? Let me guess, the usual, right? Another flood came and destroyed all of your homes, causing you to relocate elsewhere, at which point a plague of locusts came and destroyed all of your crops. So you had no time to work on studying for the test because you were too busy trying to scavenge for food and build a roof back onto your house. Well, let me tell you, as someone from the real world, that your professors at NYU aren't gonna care when a plague of locusts come and destroy this year's harvest. But moving on, I'm going to tell you about some of the fundamental Italian artists from this time period that you absolutely need to know. Names, names, names. Names, names, names. In art, names are so important to know. Okay, pop quiz. You. What's your name again? Moving on to the next slide. The Ecstasy of Saint Teresa by Bernini. As my old art professor, Dr. Maximilian Valancourt XVI used to put it, a work such as this just makes you want to light up a Monte Cristo cigar and throw back a glass of 500 BC Chateau Mouton Montrachet. Does anyone know that feeling? You probably all know that feeling. You've all probably seen this painting at some point. How many of you again have been to the Louvre before? Hello? Is anyone going to respond to me? You know, sometimes I feel like you guys aren't understanding me at all. You! Say something! If you don't want to take the time to learn to understand other cultural perspectives, it's no skin off my teeth. But that is one of the most ignorant, selfish disservices you could ever do yourselves. The choice is yours. Do you want to remain globally negligent Philistines, or do you want to work to become culturally sensitive, concerned, pedantic, savants such as myself? It's up to you guys. I'm sorry. Listen to me. I'm ranting. At my past job, I received numerous emails concerning my attitude during lecture. And so far, at this new job, I've received 0 emails as such. And my goal is to keep it that way. Get it? Get it? Oh, come on, people. You were alive for this. This was during your time. I know it might be a little big, but you can use this, you know, when you're doing some landscaping around the house or maybe painting your room a different color.